Awesome. Okay. Thanks for jumping on. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Melissa. I am a bronze ambassador here at Q. I have been with Q for about a year and a half now. It has been one of the most amazing wild rides and just continues to get better and better month after month. But one of the things that I super love is that we do have access to corporate and they truly are 50-50 partners with us. And so they not only develop tools and resources that we can use, but they actually train us on how to have a successful business here. And so I had the ability to learn how to present directly from Jake Spencer, and it was super daunting. So basically, he showed us the new booklet, which we're going to walk through in a minute, gave everybody a copy of it, and essentially, like, put a 30-second timer on his phone, shoved it in front of our face, and literally was like, okay, you've got this slide, you've got this slide, you've got this slide, ready, go. And you just had to talk. And it was the craziest thing. I was a little bit prepared because I know that they had done that similar exercise with like Jen Rankins and Rachel when they went. But still, like in the moment, it's really hard to not totally freak out when Jake Spencer is standing right over your shoulder with a phone in your face. Like, that is like, you kind of just pee a little and hope for the best. And so um it was a cool experience because he literally I bombed it the first time. I tried to talk and no words came out. And he was like, okay. He like stopped the 30-second timer and he was like, I'm gonna like take your nerves away. And he just came and like pressed himself into my back to like stop me from shaking. He was like, take a deep breath and then start again and like press the timer. So a couple of takeaways from his training that I really want us to start implementing as a team. The biggest thing is that it has to be simple. It cannot be something that is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, overly complicated, explaining all the things in nitty-gritty detail. If that's how it is, your newest people are never going to present. They're going to look at that as like, this is way too difficult. I can never do it like you. So we have to keep it simple because we need more people presenting. That's how we scale this business. There will come a time when you cannot be in 10,000 places at once. Like you just don't have that much time. You're one person. And so the other piece of it is keeping it like, obviously Q is never going to tell us we have to use specific slides or we have to do it one way or the other. Like there are teams that have their own slides and branding and everything, and that's totally fine. But Jake did say, from a branding standpoint, he was like, I think it's silly that teams break off from their mentor and create their own thing. He was like, I would, even from a team name standpoint, stick with what your lineage is. Like, why would you recreate the wheel? Like, just make it very simple and make it something that people that come in below you can easily tack it onto the system and duplicate. So the other big piece of it is creating a theme for your presentation. And he was like, this is how you literally are going to thread all of the slides together. It makes it a cohesive presentation and it kind of creates a rhythm for you to like get into. And the more you can do that, the easier your presentations will go and the more you can focus on what really matters, which is body language and like evoking an emotion in people. So Jake was saying, while you're presenting, you can be paying attention to people's body language. And we talked a little bit about this last night, but basically women, when they start playing with their hair or touching their face or like picking at their nails or like doing something kind of fidgety, they are paying attention to you. They're really kind of listening and they're starting to feel more, which is a good thing. Men, if they like lean back in their chair, fold their arms, they're listening deeply. Like that is not a I'm closed off, I don't like what you're saying type of body language. It's actually the opposite. And so while you're presenting, watching those people and then making a little note like, I'm going to follow up with so and so first. I'm going to follow up with this person first. Like I can see how they're responding. And the other piece of that is that if you can evoke an emotion, like create an emotional response in someone, they're going to make a decision. People who are emotional make decisions for good or for bad. They make decisions. And so you can set your presentation up in a way that gives you the best chance of creating that in them. So the first part of it, your total presentation should be around 20 minutes or less, which I know is difficult, but we're going to practice. The first half should be like whoever is the like first leader in the organization. So like yeah, you will use your testimonials as a recognition tool for up and coming leaders. And then the second half is going to be whoever is the highest paid person in the room. Typically, they're the ones that are going to close it out. So you're edifying or introducing yourself or having someone edify you. If you're doing the call for like a new ambassador, the first half will go through the owners, the company, the culture, top products. Couple of things to note on that. Core is the number one product in the entire company. The sprays are number one in terms of numbers, like overall volume sold for each, not necessarily like just the sleep spray, but the sprays total. The collagen and the greens are number 3 and 4 for like our top products constantly every single month being sold. You're also going to go through My Q Fit, the Q Home Haven, and then a testimonial. And your testimonial is going to reward someone. So that could be a new rank on your team, someone that has a lot of guests that are in attendance on the presentation, someone that just got a new customer, whatever, actions on your team that you want to reward, that's what that's going to be. And you're going to give them a script. And then you're also going to prompt them to remember that script. So when you introduce them, you're going to literally be like, hey, edify Jessica and tell them about Jessica and then be like, great. So Jessica, could you share with everybody a little bit about what your favorite product is, or like how long you've been in Q, what your favorite product is, what you like about it, and why you're so excited about the company. Just to like re-jog their memory, because people get nervous and you want to kind of guide what they're going to say. So saying that like right before they actually start talking will help. So the script for them is essentially share their favorite product, like announce what it is, tell everybody why they, or before that they will just say something like, I'm really excited to be here. I got started with this company because XYZ reason, right? Oops, hold on. Let me add more people from the waiting room. So I'm really excited to be here. I got started because this is my favorite product. I like it because, and then something really simple, like I can tell when I take it, I can tell when I don't take it, and then why they're excited about the company. So I'm excited about Q because it already did this for me, or I'm excited about Q because it will do this for me, or this is where I see this taking our family. That's it. So about 30 seconds for your testimonial. The second half of the presentation is going to be the highest paid person in the room. They're going to cover the comp plan, and the last couple pieces, which also include a little bit about like our company, our like FFM, and it goes through the philanthropy that we do. And that goal is to start talking about whatever the overall theme is and ramp up the emotion. So your second testimonial, the person that does the testimonial on business, that is going to continue to like add to that. And again, you're going to like replant what you want them to cover. So like how you say it matters. Like I might say, this is Heather Field. She has just been at the company for a little over a year now, and she's been able to accomplish this. Like I didn't say, this is Heather. She's been here 12 months and she's only hit this rank. Like how you say it, that's how people are going to receive it. And so it doesn't really matter like what their time frame is or what their rank is. You can still edify them in a way that sounds really appealing to the person, or to the people that are going to be listening to it. Yes. And so the last kind of couple of points before we actually go through the individual slides. We talked a little bit about how if you were an educator last night, so going through educator, recruiter, promoter, educators tend to get bogged down into a lot of information and their presentations can get really long. So how you avoid that is creating a trigger of something that keeps it short. So the best way is to have fewer words on your slides, to have more photos on your slides, and keep it more story-based. And this is something that every single person should be doing. So when you have words on your slide, your story should be in reference to the bullet points. So story first, and then no, I'm probably saying this wrong. The bullet point is a reference to the story that you just told. So it is not, I'm going to tell you all these facts, and then I'm going to tell a story to back up the facts. That is not what you're going to do. You're going to tell a story, and that is going to reference the facts that are on the slide, but it's about the story. And if you can get that piece of it down where it's like, it doesn't matter what the facts are. It matters what the story is. It's all about the emotion. It's all about the theme for your presentation. The people that are really like getting this right, and like, I think we're starting to see this more and more. Like if anyone went to the Nashville event, you saw the 5 F's threaded through every single presentation that we watched. That's the theme of it. Like if your takeaway, no matter what the topics were, was the 5 F's. And so it can be whatever you want it to be. Like it can be, one of the easiest talking points right now is debt, because every single person is thinking about debt and their income struggles, right? It could be, I mean, literally everything. When we did this as a practice, Jake made the topic world hunger. So it doesn't matter. It's just getting used to the idea of weaving it all together and keeping it more like story-based. The last thing is, don't let the speed of the presentation force you into not pausing. So one of the things that we tend to do is we talk way too much, and we don't give people the opportunity to let what we're saying really hit them and process it and think about it. And there are certain pieces of this presentation that can really hit for people and really will make them feel something and feel their current situation, and we talk too much, or if we ask a question, weakening that question by following it up with a statement. So just be cognizant of that. Don't let the fact that you only have 30 seconds or a minute per slide stop you from pausing and utilizing that to your advantage. Okay, I think that kind of covers it for like pointers. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully this stays happy with me. My computer, I'm thinking it's maybe like a bandwidth issue, but sometimes when I do internet stuff, it gets really upset. So we'll see how it goes. If it crashes, jump back on. This is actually a booklet, like it's a physical booklet that you can purchase from Q Sciences. It's on the back office. You can buy them in booklets of 10 and they are $16. And literally, Q is just giving them to us at the exact same cost that they get them from the printer. So if you can find a way to print this PDF in a booklet form cheaper than that, by all means do it. But it's really high quality. It's like a glossy paper, and it looks really good. So this is the front of it. Oops. The whole thing on the inside, when you open it up, looks like this. So it is really meant for you to be sitting next to somebody and you can kind of walk them through as you're talking. But what this allows for you to do is like go to a coffee shop and not have to pull out your computer or your phone. Like you just have it all right there, or you're sitting together with somebody and you want to go through it. And so each of these is also, you can pull up this PDF. This comes straight from your ARC app, and you can run it like a slideshow too, just like this. So you just hit the present mode button at the top of the PDF and it'll pull it up just like this. So if you are on your computer, if you're on a Zoom meeting, you can do that. But the first one is kind of a combination of owners, timing, and like where we're going. So I know on some presentations, this is split into two. This, I would just keep super simple. So you don't have to go into the whole story of Mark and Jake. It can literally just be like Q Sciences is doing some amazing things. I'm grateful because I was able to borrow the credibility that Q Sciences has in the industry as the #1 fastest growing company worldwide. They've had massive growth since their launch, and that's kind of the end of it. Like the super, super simple. Like you can talk about the fact that our owners like came from the field, but you don't have to share like every little nitty gritty detail. Basically, nobody cares about their stories. Like they care how this company is going to help them. So it can be simple and short. Second thing is our products. So this slide covers our top selling products for a reason. You can share that we have, a huge full suite of products, but if you want to build a sustainable business, these are the products that are the foundation of that business. And I wouldn't even go into like what every little thing does. Necessarily, you can just share like we've got something for everyone, whether you are into like wanting to feel better from like a health standpoint, wanting better sleep, better energy, skincare, like there's something for everyone, but it also allows you to build a sustainable business off of consumable products that people love the taste of, they love how it makes them feel, and they order month after month. So they can read the words on the slide. Your goal is to share like the story or the reason why this would benefit them. So if your theme is like debt, you can talk about how this actually is something that will allow them to build like a business that off of products that appeal to everybody. It's not just men, it's not just women, and it's men and kids, and there's something that everybody can kind of get behind. MyQFit, again, the goal here is like much more simple. There's not as many words. You're just going to talk about the fact that we are partnered, not just 50-50 with the company, but we're also partnered with our QFit team. And these are real people. They have a fitness app that you can access, a personal trainer directly in your pocket. You can talk to them. They have fun challenges, and it's totally customizable with meal plans and macro tracking and all the different things, and share your story. So like, what has this done for you if you're someone that's using the app? Again, if your theme is debt, for example, you could talk about how right now, like paying for a gym membership is really expensive. And a lot of times people are having to make the choice between like, do we continue that membership? Can we afford to even put gas in our car to go to the gym? This is something that they would get for free and have access to right from their home. Home Haven, the main point of this slide is really that this is meeting people where they are. So when there are probably a lot of us, a lot of people in the world right now that want to focus on their health, but if it comes down to paying their bills or buying supplements, they're going to choose paying their bills. And we have to be aware of that. And so as a company, we've made this choice to create this Home Haven line that really meets people where they are. And this will allow them to start a business using a budget for things that they're already spending. So people are still going to wash their clothes because they need to get up and go to work the next day in order to make their money, right? Like, people are still going to clean their house, and this is allowing them to continue to make those purchases, but also earn an income in doing so. And if that income helps them then be able to take better care of their health, that's all the better. So this just goes through enrollment. You can talk a little bit about all the value that you get from partnering with Q. And I talk about everything that they're getting from a business standpoint. So basically, how simple it is to get started. You don't have to have inventory. You've got your website set up completely for you. All of the customer service headaches are going to be taken care of by corporate because of that partnership that we have with them. You've got a business app that you can run directly from your phone, and all of that just for $40, now $10 with our promo through the end of August. And if you want free shipping, similar to Amazon Prime, you can do that as well for the $99 enrollment. That's the only difference. And then we aren't doing the whole comp plan slide. This is really just showing them how simple it can be to earn money here. So again, like, keep it a little more story-based. Like, I would probably say something like, when I first started, like, I made more money here with 6 orders in my first month than I had at my previous company with over 100 orders. They're so simple. Like, to get started, you can earn on customer sales, you can earn on team sales, or you can do both. We also have this really amazing program called the Financial Freedom Movement that gives everybody a financial advisor from day one. And then just let them know, like, we have full compensation plan that we can send you, but this just gives you a good idea of our set pay, so that you know exactly what you're going to make at each order volume amount. And then it goes through basically just how you would get started, and then the rewards program. So you can let them know a little bit of the value of the rewards. This one is kind of like some people use this as a way to talk about our preferred customer program as well. Right now with this promo, I would really just share about the $10 ambassador enrollment. That's kind of what Jake alluded to, is getting everybody that would normally purchase as a customer to purchase with that, have the affiliate link as an option for them. This one goes a little over our culture and the 5 F's. Again, threading your theme here. So like when you're in financial distress, if you're in a lot of debt, it spills over into all of these areas. And you know, that can really take a toll on marriages. It can take a toll on your health. It can take a toll on your faith, all of these different areas. When you're in a crisis, these are the areas that you'll want to strengthen, and that's what we focus on here. And then our Q Cares just talks a little bit about our charity. So we work directly with corporate to decide how this goes each year, and the CEO pick is the one that works with them to decide which charity we're going to use. So again, you can kind of talk a little bit about the collaboration that we have with corporate and how we have, you know, a servant-hearted company that likes to give back. And I think that's it. This is on the back page of the document. And it just goes through the manifesto. So it's not necessarily something that you would like present, but you can let them read it if you want. And it's just a really nice sentiment if you haven't seen it yet. So I want to take the last like 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes, and just practice this. So I'm gonna need some volunteers. Let me know in the chat if you are willing to give one of the slides a shot. And you're just gonna do 30 seconds. And I'll let you know which slide you have, but just let me know. Don't be shy, or I'll start calling names. No worries, Heather. Who wants to go? We'll just sit here until somebody says yes. I can promise you it is not as bad as you think it is. Like it absolutely, just getting it done. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and nobody knows how it's supposed to go other than you. You're all a bunch of slackers. I'm just kidding. All right, well, you have to promise me then that you're going to take this and actually give it a try with your teams. The best way to do it is literally assign every single person a slide. So you're just going to say like, okay, as a team, we're going to do a practice presentation, invite your mom, invite your sister, somebody that's going to get on and just support you and cheer you on. And each person gets a slide. And it's just 30 seconds. It doesn't even really matter like what they say. Getting through it is going to make them feel so much better. So I promise you, like, just the feeling of getting through that 30 seconds will make them much more likely to want to continue to learn how to present and continue to hone their craft as they go. Yeah, I have a version of this recorded if anybody wants to see the whole thing, like as I'm presenting it. It's right around 15 minutes. It's like 16-minute presentation. So I will share that in the chat too, so that everybody can see. It was my first time kind of going through it, so I'll probably continue to like hone my skill as well and like figure out my theme. You can pick whatever theme you want. If you're like a very fitness focused person, that can be your theme. If you are really into nutrition and clean living, like that can totally be your theme. So I would make it something that feels really good to you. If you have no idea what theme to pick, I would totally pick finances, debt, or the 5Fs. I think those are all easy ones that you can kind of thread into what we do as a company and the culture that we have here. Any questions from anybody? If nobody wants to give this a go as far as practice. All right, well, you're all easy. So hopefully this was helpful. I really encourage everybody to use the booklets. I think they're perfect for just like meeting, with a friend, or if you're doing like a sip and share type event, having them. I wouldn't necessarily give them away, but they're a nice talking tool to use for both of you to kind of go through it together. You're welcome. All right, well, I will let you all go. I hope you have a good evening. Hope the kiddos all sleep well. And if anybody is wanting to practice, even just like over voice clips with me, I'm more than willing to do that with you, because I really think if you can learn this skill and just start doing it, giving your team an opportunity to step into that leadership too, you're going to see changes on your team. People are so much more excited to invite, nervous, yes, but like they will invite to a call that they're doing a testimonial on. And that's how you start getting more eyes in front of what we're doing. So just do it. And it'll get better and better as you go. So that is all I've got. Hope you all have a good evening, and we'll talk soon.